Bonsoir, chers amis. C'est Deaso et on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour ce 146e épisode sur Genshin Impact. J'ai hésité avant d'enregistrer cet épisode immédiatement. Bon, vous l'aurez eu tout de suite, quoi qu'il en soit. Mais je me dis, il est tard. Je vais me lever tôt demain. Mais je peux pas m'arrêter là. Je ne peux pas m'arrêter là comme ça. Donc, chers amis, nous allons poursuivre tout de suite. On va poursuivre Sara au Tenshukaku. Personnellement, je n'étais jamais... C'est Sara, je pense. Je n'étais jamais allé ici. On va aller monter. Comme Sara, elle. Passe des choses. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Je peux pas lui parler? La grisille de la Shogun Raiden. Si vous ne vous êtes pas trompé, vous êtes sur le point de rencontrer à nouveau Signora. Effectivement. Bingo. Signora combat donc la glace. Let's go. Effectivement, Signora est là-bas. Avec la Shogun Raiden.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street market. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Sara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun.
Signora.
I know. You can't get me out of your mind. But you really don't need to call my name all the time. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dark shadow.
Vous distribuez secrètement des yeux maléfiques.
Ah, so you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Ah. Pour tous ceux qui ont... Ah, là on a un choix. Pour tous ceux qui ont perdu leur œil divin. Pour tous ceux qui ont souffert à des yeux maléfiques.
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for, in their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun, do correct me if I'm wrong.
Pour le Gnosis de Venti.
That's ancient history. You certainly love to hold a grudge. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just necessary sacrifices That's all.
Il est temps pour moi de vous arrêter.
You stop me? For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. But I didn't have you down as someone quite so foolhardy. Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider your circumstances very carefully.
C'est vrai.
Charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the Shogun wasn't the brightest move. Don't you think it's time you stopped digging? I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
I challenge you to a duel before the throne.
Proceed.
Ouh.
My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned to make the law of the land work for you too, I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must die. Are you sure this is what you want?
Traveler!
Then I will deign to share this last dance with you. Till death do us part!
Ah, elle est grande, Signora. Hein. C'est vrai, hein. Tartaga, il était très grand. Je pense que Signora est aussi grande que lui, hein. Et une tête de plus, hein, c'est pas rien, hein.
A lesson on Harbinger power and elegance? As you wish. Detestable.
Bon, il faut l'imaginer. J'imagine qu'il faut détruire ces choses.
Into the frozen void. Tactless rodent.
No one escapes my sight! I'll race you there!
Into the frozen void.
Oula.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors. Detestable.
You'll pay for that! I must leave no stone unturned.
Faut qu'on se régène. Par contre, Signora, je crois que ce combat va être plus difficile que ce que je pensais.
Into the frozen void.
Bon, au moins on est plus gelé.
I'll catch up.
Putain.
Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
On peut la toucher. Hein.
Into the frozen void.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Detestable.
Leave it all to me.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
Allez. L'histoire de gel est plutôt embêtante.
Tactless rodent.
Ça fait quand même pas mal de dégâts.
Detestable.
Bon, Signora ne nous aime pas, mais ça on pourrait essayer. On s'y attendait. Ah ok. Donc ça nous permet de retirer le froid.
You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be afraid.
Mince.
I'll catch up.
Le papillon.
The pale flame smolders.
It's going back in the wash. It was my honor to serve you.
Ça c'est des braises écarlates.
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated.
Bon, il faut qu'on sorte des aides là. Au moins, je pense qu'Amber ne nous servira plus trop.
Not every wound will heal.
Allez. En tout cas, c'est intéressant. Il y a quand même... Pensez quand même que là, sous son titre, on voit quand même le vrai nom de Signora. Hein. C'est la première fois. Hein.
Not every wound will heal. Come, put up a fight.
I must leave no stone unturned.
All must burn!
Putain. La Shogun est toujours là-bas.
Oh no, I'm gonna ruin my gloves.
Ah, on n'a plus d'endurance.
Not even ashes will remain.
Non.
Leave it all to me.
Elle a un fouet. Ah. On régénère.
Come, put up a fight.
Someone needs this.
Not every wound will heal.
Tac, tac, tac. Parle pour toi, Signora.
My. Immolation. A cherished agony. Do you feel it?
Allez, le truc hydro.
Come, put up a fight.
You get.
Putain, où est le truc bleu?
Embrace your searing
Steady as
reckoning.
stone.
Not every wound will heal.
Allez, Noël, il faut que tu me soignes. Ok, elle a plus de bouclier, Noël.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Si, il est régène. Hop, allez, tac, 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 tac. Tac, 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 tac.
Steady as stone.
Allez.
Leave it all to me.
Le bouclier est encore debout. Allez, Signora. Esquive les flammes.
Who dares? Call me a witch!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Come, put up a fight.
Tac, tac, tac.
Not every wound will heal.
Allez, on se débrouille pas mal. Tiens, prends ça, Signora. Vite, on brise ça. Bon, évidemment, les flammes ne lui font pas grand chose à Signora. Tac, tac, tac. Allez, on en finit. Allez. Ouh!
So strong, but how? I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. I swear, if you strike me, I will make sure. The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma. Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you!
You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
Duel devant le trône.
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right? Oh, the air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness.
Signora n'est plus.
One strike from the Shogun and now Signora's gone. She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache? Chin up. Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels unsettled.
Le kendo d'insouciance.
Also, when the Shogun executed Signora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
Le plan de Yaemiko.
So, to recap, Yaemiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while? There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent.
C'est bruyant à l'extérieur.
Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshukaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
there will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
So we meet again. Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
Les Fatui ont manipulé la Shogun Raiden.
Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree.
Vous savez tout ce qui se passe?
Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago.
Mais le décret de saisie est un préjudice.
Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not?
Je paye.
Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf.
C'est votre plan EUTHYMIQUE? Il est créé par votre conscience, non?
That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you?
Je ne suis pas là pour débattre de vos idées. Je suis là pour les détruire.
So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me. Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler? Inferior. Strike dead. Evasion is futile.
Not so hard! No escape!
Bon, on n'est pas censé la battre, je crois. J'espère.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity. dead. This ends now.
Allez. Bon, chers amis, je pense qu'on pourra pas la battre comme la dernière fois. Qui pourrait être assez fou pour espérer battre un dieu? D'ailleurs, vous avez remarqué, elle a dit qu'elle allait nous laisser quitter Tenshukaku en vie. Elle nous a attaqué seulement pile au moment où on a posé les pieds dehors. Hein. Ouais, Shogun Raiden est immunisé aux dégâts électro, évidemment. Arrête de bouger! Arrête de bouger, Archon électro. Touché.
I will mold you into the foundations of eternity. Strike dead. Evasion is futile.
Allez. Noël est très efficace. Quand Noël elle tient, elle peut faire des dégâts sans trop craindre.
This ends now.
Leave it all to me.
Allez.
Evasion is futile.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Tac.
This ends now.
If at first you don't succeed. As a good knight should.
Allez, on sort la grosse régène.
Evasion is futile. You are an enemy that requires special attention.
Steady as
Strike
stone.
dead.
I missed a spot.
I will mold you into the foundations of eternity. Instabilities will be removed.
Le décisive est en vigueur, mais il peut encore y avoir un moyen de changer les choses pour ceux qui sont prêts à résister.
You are an enemy that requires special attention. This ends now. Inferior.
Bon, on a atteint le bon point, je pense. Oui.
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close? Hmm?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
We can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vainquez l'archon électro. Oula!
Don't be such a brute.
Your verdict is decided.
Ah, on fait tout de suite plus de dégâts.
Without yearning, all returns to silence.
Steady
Allez.
as stone.
All will be severed. This world, a fleeting shadow.
Tac, tac.
This world, a fleeting shadow.
Allez. Il faut qu'on gagne. Ça va pas être facile. Mais si Noël continue à tenter comme ça...
All will be severed.
I missed a spot.
C'est largement dans nos cordes.
That's cheating. Let it rain.
Thunder. Your verdict is decided. This world, a fleeting shadow.
Tac, tac, tac. Allez. Putain, on n'a jamais fait autant de dégâts.
All desire can be broken.
Leave it all to me.
Allez, on se régène.
Time
This
to clean
world,
up.
a fleeting shadow.
Ouh, 4000, 5000 dégâts. Ah oui, même la Shogun Raiden, ça avait fait... On voit presque les dégâts qu'on lui fait sur la barre de vie.
Your verdict is decided. All will be severed. Your verdict
Allez.
is decided.
I'll catch up. No one escapes my sight. That's cheating. Be gone.
Bon, évidemment, ça n'emporterait jamais l'archon électro. Mais bon.
Your verdict is decided. All desire can be broken.
No escape.
Allez hop.
All will be severed.
I must leave no
returns. This was a fleeting shadow.
Tac, tac.
As a dutiful maid would. Your verdict is decided.
Allez, on va en finir.
Let it rain.
Allez, non. Ah si, c'est bon.
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people, and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out.
Parce qu'un peuple avance avec toute sa force. Il peut surpasser les dieux.
Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue?
Oui.
There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every thunder sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree. But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt Decree abolished?
Et grâce à Yaemiko.
Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So, maybe the reason Yaemiko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank Let's go find her.
La divinité omniprésente terminée. Voilà. Il ne reste plus qu'à, je pense, achever l'acte 3. Vous n'avez pas trahi les souhaits qu'on vous avait confiés. Le décret de saisie a été abrogé par la Shogun Raiden, ramenant le calme après la tempête. Désormais, il est temps de rendre visite à Yaemiko. Et Signora est morte. J'aurais pas cru que Signora disparaîtrait comme ça. Mais bon. Ah oui, d'ailleurs. Signora n'a laissé que ceci. Le masque funéraire. Voilà. Donc on a eu le grand boss de Mondstadt, de la quête d'Archon de Mondstadt. L'objet du grand boss de la quête d'Archon de Liyue. Et voilà. Donc Signora était le grand boss finalement. Donc il y avait 2 combats de boss à chaque fois. Sauf à Mondstadt, mais bon. Allez, on va voir Yaemiko. En tout cas, on a vraiment bien fait de refaire un 3e épisode, parce que là, ça commence à être un peu tard. Putain, on a quand même 50 minutes d'épisode. Hein. Allez, bon, on va terminer quand même.
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here.
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed.
C'était de l'improvisation totale.
Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis?
Ah.
As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece.
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
Hein?
You did what now?
Ok, je me disais déjà.
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the balladeer exactly?
Ça fait longtemps que le Gnosis a disparu alors. On va dire, on va rien dire.
The balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Mais pourquoi le Gnosis était-il entre vos mains?
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan?
De son point de vue, probablement. De toute façon, on sait toujours pas ce que les Fatui veulent en faire, donc...
Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The traveler is worth more than a gnosis.
Pas étonnant qu'on n'ait pas retrouvé Scaramouche depuis.
Well, what's done is done. And I hardly think we'll be getting it back now. Let's leave the past in the past. So anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
It's to thank you.
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not? As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past. What would you like to know about?
C'est vrai que la Shogun ne va certainement pas répondre à nos questions, là où elle est. À propos de la marionnette de la Shogun.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there is one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Ah.
Ugh, not the Fatui.
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications.
Vous ne voulez pas dire que...
The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis, and the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
Le vagabond. Ah!
What a crazy story!
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny?
J'avais entendu dire, on m'avait dit plusieurs fois, oui, il y a des rumeurs qui disent que le vagabond, donc Scaramouche, serait le frère de la Shogun Raiden. Donc finalement, non. Mais, pas loin. Pas très loin, pas très loin. Donc, c'est une copie moins puissante de la Shogun, mais une copie de la Shogun tout de même. Intéressant. À propos de l'ancienne Shogun Raiden.
I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Ah voilà, oui, ça c'est une très bonne... Ça c'est vrai. Il avait dit que des dieux, des archons originaux, il n'y restait que Morax et Barbatos, voilà. Une très bonne question de poser ça.
Morax told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were 2 twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Ah. Bon, Baal, c'était... Bon, Belzébuth, je pense que ça dit plus quelque chose aux gens que Baal. Mais Baal aussi, c'était un dieu démoniaque, quelque chose du genre. Hein. Avec sacrifice d'enfants, d'humains et tout ça. Mais c'est des... Disons, c'était l'Antiquité avant l'Empire romain, donc jusqu'à l'Empire romain, je crois que l'Empire romain il vénérait encore Baal dans quelques endroits du monde, toute la Méditerranée, mais c'était il y a longtemps.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double.
Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth.
Ah, ok. Donc ça explique tout, en fait. Ok, j'avais vu une cinématique. Ok. Donc ça explique tout, en fait. tout les trucs qu'on a vus, où il semblait y avoir deux archongiaux. Non, Electro. Donc il y en avait effectivement deux. Voilà.
In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
Il y a plusieurs centaines d'années. Kenria, évidemment.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Wow.
I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was one...
Morat's told us.
Yes.
Twin god?
They won the Archon. Beelzebul is A, as far as the world was in fact.
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred...
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
On va dire Kenria. On va voir si elle dit autre chose en entendant ce nom.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Non, apparemment ça change pas.
I didn't spend a great...
Wow.
Ça ne change pas. À propos de mon frère.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process.
Maintenant que je l'ai rencontrée, je ne crois pas que ce soit elle.
That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry, we aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it, and I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsuban. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you.
À propos de la prochaine étape de mon voyage.
After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Ah!
Knowledge is a resource?
Bon, le commerce de savoir là-bas, autrement dit. Intéressant.
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best.
Avec elle. Ok. Bah, on n'a plus de questions.
Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the Omamori I gave you?
Bien sûr, je le garde en sécurité, en sûreté.
Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it? There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than EUTHYMIQUE, the wise and beautiful.
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your ambition?
Arrête de bailler, réponds à la question. Bon. D'être enfin réuni avec mon... Avec mon frère, oui, ok. Être enfin réuni avec mon frère, je crois.
I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now.
C'est vrai que ce n'est pas une ambition, c'est un objectif.
Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in unison with fate itself. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a possibility.
C'est vrai. Peut-être que, vu qu'on est dans ce monde, si jamais une telle ambition venait à naître, on pourrait obtenir un œil divin. Peut-être que ça va arriver au cours de l'aventure.
Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
Omniprésent sur les mortels. Parfait! Le cerisier sacré, il a quelque chose à me dire? Oui, faire une offrande. Récupérons les récompenses. Ouh. Tac! Une base d'épée du Nord. Bon, je ne sais toujours pas ce que je vais faire avec. Bon, gardons-le peut-être pour l'instant, on verra. Bon. Nous y voilà, chers amis. Hein. On est bon. Ça va plutôt bien. Les quêtes d'Archon sont terminées pour l'instant. Cette histoire, hop hop hop. Il y a celle de la Shogun Raiden. On pourrait la débloquer tout de suite. Hein. Ah. Bon. Quoi qu'il en soit, nous avons bien avancé, chers amis. On a réussi à terminer la quête d'Archon. Finalement, après 5 épisodes de quête d'Archon, ce n'est pas rien du tout. Là, nous avons rien de neuf. Bon. Ah, la récompense de réputation. Ça on l'attend. Ça va être juteux. Bon, on va essayer de terminer l'épisode quand même rapidement. Madame. Au pied. Hop. La réputation. Enfin, nous allons pouvoir atteindre le niveau 2. Omniprésence sur les mortels. Hop là. Ping. 8 sur 36. 8 quêtes sur 36. On a quand même bien avancé. Voilà, on peut faire les primes. Oh, quelques machines. Wakami, Utsumi, Yamano. Bon, on verra qui sont ces gens. Ce qu'on peut faire pour eux. Donc ici. Recherche de gisement minier débloqué. Excellent, on peut demander à Hajime. Sous le pain du au crépuscule. Et une lanterne en pierre, lueur immobile. C'est vrai qu'en termes de niveau de plan de décoration, il nous manque pas mal de choses pour ce qui est d'Inazuma. Hein. On peut construire un peu une ville de Liyue, on peut construire une ville de Mondstadt, mais pas d'Inazuma pour l'instant. Bon. Donc, voilà. Une des raisons pourquoi je voulais terminer ça aujourd'hui, c'est que maintenant on va pouvoir s'atteler à ceci. Ah ça, je ferai ça pour les primes et tout, pour le reste de la semaine. Ça, on peut bien progresser. Nous avons aussi Hop, on va utiliser ça. Nous avons aussi ici... Ah, voilà. Un homme à Mori qui a joué un rôle important dans le plan EUTHYMIQUE. Ce sont les mots de Yaemiko. Cet objet vous a été donné par nul autre que la sage et merveilleuse Yaemiko. Évidemment. Après, il y a la plume de la manifestation du tonnerre. Sinon, on a eu un objet très important. Où est-ce qu'il est? Où est-ce qu'il est? Non, il est certainement pas là. Ouais, donc en tout cas, là, nous avons ça, ainsi que la base de lance du Nord qu'on va bientôt utiliser. Prochain épisode. Où est la Stella Fortuna? Bon, elle n'est pas là, évidemment. Elle n'est pas là non plus. On en a reçu une. Je suis pas dupe. Bon. En tout cas, allons vite fait l'utiliser. Nous avons une nouvelle quête de réputation. Oui, ça je sais, merci. Phew. Donc ces quêtes, c'est difficile. On peut être réalisé. C'est pas mal. Statue des 7. Faire une offrande. Nous n'avons bien sûr rien à donner. Bon, si on a des trucs à donner, mais on va pas les donner. Hop, entrer en résonance avec Electro. Voilà, ici. Ah oui, profil, on a une nouvelle réplique, mais ça je verrai de mon côté. Peut-être les répliques, on les verra tous, peut-être dans un épisode bonus, peut-être à la fin du jeu. Si jamais les gens sont intéressés. Hein. Donc, rondement lointain. Tonnerre hurlant plus 3. Voilà. Bon. Quoi qu'il en soit. Ah oui. Attendez. Ah oui, évidemment. Le donjon de la conquête. Il se trouve à demeure de la Shogun Raiden qui dirige à Nazuma. Idéal pour un duel devant le trône. Duel de mort. Et donc là, nous avons les trucs donnés par Signora. Bon. Ah oui, d'ailleurs, avant de partir, avant de se laisser les succès, c'est un processus. Hein. Mais les feux d'artifice pour éloigner les gardes. Le méga festival pyrotechnique. Remportez la victoire lors du duel devant le trône. Répondez à tous les souhaits de la statue de la divinité omniprésente. Et terminez omniprésence sur les mortels. Excellent, excellent. Bon. Non, pas d'autres trucs de ce côté. Non. Voilà. On est dans le bon, chers amis. Pour cette histoire. Nous avons terminé la quête... Bon. Nous avons terminé la quête d'Archon d'Inazuma. Il se peut, évidemment, qu'il y ait encore une quête d'Archon qui pop. Comme... où est-ce que c'est? Voilà, tout est là. Les 2 actes. Acte 3, acte 1. Comme celui-ci. Voilà, donc ce n'est pas une quête d'Archon délué, mais une quête d'Archon de la voyageuse. Acte 4 du chapitre 1. C'est vrai qu'il y a un acte 4 du chapitre 2. Voilà, on va enlever les trucs de nouveau. Bon. Quoi qu'il en soit, chers amis, nous avons donc terminé. Comment elle appelait ça Ouais, mais elle n'a pas les réponses aux questions. Hein. Bon. Donc je sais plus comment il a appelé la divinité de... La divinité de Sumeru. Mais de toute façon, on est à la 2.1. Je pense que... On ne pourra pas aller à Sumeru avant un bon petit moment. Quoi qu'il en soit, nous avons réussi tout ceci avec succès. Nous avons encore des choses devant nous par ici. Donc en attendant la suite, chers amis, je vous invite évidemment à laisser un pouce bleu, à vous abonner, à commenter cet épisode comme d'habitude. Et en attendant donc la suite, je vous souhaite à toutes et à tous une bonne journée. N'hésitez pas à laisser un pouce bleu, à vous abonner, à commenter. Et je vous dis donc au revoir et à bientôt. Ciao.